My flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. I was the youngest of 7, and Mom and Dad would take us to church every Sunday. Never thought of not going. That was just what we did. Back in those days, the young gals would pick out their silverware patterns and their china patterns. But I said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to get married till I'm 93. And I want to serve the Lord, but there's so much I want to learn. I'm going to serve the Lord when I'm 37. And God, in His graciousness and mercy, had other plans. I had gone to college the summer after graduation, and in those days, you could get a certificate to teach. So I was teaching before I was 18, but it was at camp that second summer that they had a missionary couple from Paraguay, and they had said, Marvin, who had just returned from missionary training, how about you come along with us? All the girls were all curling their eyelashes because there was a new boy. And I thought, oh, he's too young for me. He looked about 13. But we did get acquainted, and we became engaged. He had already finished his training, his Bible and missions training, and of course I hadn't. And so in May of 1954, we said goodbye. He left to go out and catch the ship to Manila. They were Ilonggot. They were high up in the mountains of northeast Luzon, and they indeed were headhunters. Soon after they arrived, like within weeks, God had prepared one man, Tani Tan. He said, you know, I had a dream that someone would come in with a big, thick book and tell us the truth. And so God had prepared this man to hear. His first testimony was, I wasn't afraid to kill, but I was afraid to die. But now I know my God, and I'm no longer afraid to die, but afraid to kill. And it was such good news for Tani Tan that he wanted to tell everyone. And so they went to the village, and through Tani Tan was able to tell them the good news of Jesus. There are over 20 churches functioning up in those mountains today. Marvin, he was there 20 months before I arrived. And it was God, because if we'd been married, we could not have done what they did. I got there on January 3rd, and we were married on January 22nd. Marvin went to a very poor area of Manila and witnessed, which became a church. Then he helped to start another church as we cared for the missionaries coming and going, finding that many needed more Bible. He and another New Tribes missionary began a Bible training center. Marvin called it Tending His Garden. In Manila, there are many, many street kids. There were thousands. And so he's helped to set up a youth rally in a big auditorium where they employed Filipino young people to reach out to the masses and the poor in Manila. And that became an organization, Christ for Greater Manila. It was so large that they decided they needed some more missionaries to come to help. But rather than call it Christ for Greater Manila, they chose Action International Ministries, thinking that maybe it might go further than just Manila, and it has. We now have over 400 missionaries in 40 different countries working especially with the urban poor, but many different avenues of service in these different countries. Being a part of Alderwood has been a staple in my life, in the life of my family. These 40 years, we never tried any other church. We've enjoyed the people, the teaching, the caring. We've felt a part of it. Here at Alderwood, for a number of years, they've sent cards to the missionaries for their birthdays, anniversary. It is very important for us as a congregation to come around the missionaries that come. They know that they've been prayed for. They appreciate Alderwood Community Church so much. And then as individuals, so important to just give them a word of encouragement. Maybe invite them over for a cup of tea or coffee, or have them in your home for a meal, or take them out, because that interconnection stays with them as they go back to the field. Not all will get on a ship and go overseas, and yet your part is every bit as important.